Hi everyone, it's Orit Esther and
Avram Avi, Shalom Aleichem.
we're here. Av and Or. Okay, we actually hear 3 Chazaka, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek, Av and Or, episode 3.
Yep.
Wow. So first of all, I want to dedicate today's Av and Or to the refuah shlema of my dear husband who went through partial knee surgery this past week. Knee replacement. Should have a refuah shlema.
So I'm on vacation right now.
Yes,
basically.
Vacation. Yeah, you're lying down and, honey, can you bring me coffee? Can you bring me my sitter? Can you bring me some Diet Coke? Can you lift up my leg? Anything else?
That's life.
That's life. That's life. Yeah, now it's the woman's turn.
That's it. That's what a man wants. Whatever he asks, the woman will do.
I don't think us women are going to be very happy with that one. Okay, well, I want to wish you...
Only when we're sick. Only when we're sick we get this treatment.
Oh, when you're sick, you become another child.
We will have a different conversation on that.
Yes.
First of all,
Refuah shlema, hold on. Refuah shlema Avraham Avi ben Ruth.
Amen, amen.
Amongst all of Cholei Amcha Bet Yisrael, amen.
Before we starting, I just want to... we got some...
comments.
We got some comments before on
a lot of comments were positive.
Yeah, positive.
Thank you.
Some of them say that I don't let my wife talk. Usually I don't, because I tell you why. First of all, I hardly see my wife because she's 24/7 is busy with you guys. I'm dealing with so many people in Am Yisrael, Baruch Hashem. She going to the office in 12 o'clock in the afternoon. She doesn't leave it until 3 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
If I need to make an appointment with her, I have to make basically with a secretary, probably to call her to make an appointment. So I don't have a lot of time with her. So when I have already time, so I need to say what I have to say. But basically, I will let her talk, I promise. And I'll let her give her opinion.
No, we have a lot of nice things that we want to say.
Okay, no problem. But I promise I will try to be a better person this time.
No,
okay.
you know what? I have to tell you, I think that there's something really nice that's coming out here. Not only is this real-time talk, but it's also an opportunity to show that, you know what, I actually like the idea that many, many times I have the opportunity to give you the space and the stage to be able to talk because of the fact that I do talk a lot. And I actually really like the idea of giving that space to you. So, and I do feel like you give me some space of mine to talk to. We'll talk about that, yes, another time. But here, I wanted to talk really about Chanukah because one of the things that I find very intriguing about Chanukah is that as I was growing up, you know, I didn't grow up in a religious home at all. I always lit the candles. I always thought women were supposed to light the Hanukkah candles. And then we become Baal Tshuvas 20-something years ago.
She can. If the husband is not home,
right.
And give her permission, she definitely
But
can
basically, when the husband and wife are home, the men take the priority, and
the man is the man.
The man. Yeah, right. Okay, you watch. You're talking to a lot of women here too.
The power.
Okay. All right. So the question is, I want to talk a little bit about that whole idea of you know, the man lighting the menorah, or in general, like this whole idea. Look, I do know. This whole idea that no matter how frum we are, us women are, and how much we keep Torah, there is always that sense of feeling like, why do the men, like, you know, feeling like the men like have to, like, what, Hashem doesn't want to hear from us? Or like, what is this whole idea?
Lord, Hashem hear from you so much. Oh boy, how much he hear from you guys. I think you get tired to hear from you guys.
No. He wants the Shekhinah, the women to talk.
Hashem hear from you 24/7 here from one of you.
Okay, so what's the whole idea about the men, you know, lighting the candle?
I would say my take on it. Okay, guys, you can say whatever you want.
You're saying guys, but it's a lot of girls, even though I hope the men are listening.
The men listening to us, also ladies. Anyway, basically, halachically, you know, most of the mitzvahs the men have to do.
Why?
Because we definitely... The way that we created like more in rationalism. How you call it? Rationally.
Right.
How you say
more logic.
Logically.
Dry.
Basically, not so bad. We are Adam made from Adama, from ground. So, and the woman, you know, it's much more spiritually. She's spirit. She's all over. Basically, she's in the air. Basically, the man.
Thank you. What do you want? You're more grounded and we're more airy.
My man. Need to put feeling. Need to do
feeling.
Put it feeling.
I thought you said feeling.
No, you put it feeling.
You said we have to put feeling.
No, I said feeling. But anyway,
it sounded like you said we have to.
All right. Anyway, so we have to put feeling on. We have to do so many mitzvahs to put talis. We go to a small talis on us. Tzitzit, you know, all the stuff. We have to do so many things just for us to get connected to Hashem. You guys, you ladies, open a siddur. cry a little bit here, to a few tears, boom, you already open Shari Gan Eden all over the place. For us, it takes forever. We have to be in Shmona Esrei, go on 3 davening 3 tefillos in the Shmona
Wait, so
Esrei.
that's why us women don't have to daven as much? Like, per se, we don't have the chiyuv?
No, because the chiyuv usually it's meant for because of zman shel garma, meaning because women are busy with the kids, and because they don't have the time always to be in the certain time of the hour to daven. So that's one of the reasons the Chachamim decided to give them basically.
But also because of that reason that you just mentioned, because we don't necessarily have to be told you have to daven in the morning and the afternoon. You speak to Hashem all day long. We have the ability to do that more.
Women, because usually the whole of the parnasa is on our head.
It used to be. I think today it changed a little bit.
But basically it's on our head. We have so many things that we have to deal with, and women, of course, usually at home. And now in 2022 or 2023 now, things change, of course, because it's equal rights and etc. So it's both.
I don't know how much it's equal rights.
No, it's still today the men and women actually working together, but
work
still,
more in partners.
Exactly, but still today the men have, still have the kind of thing,
the commitment
and the responsibility that he have regarding his wife and his kids. So anyway,
what is his commitment?
So what's it connected to the?
What is his commitment? I know. I want to finish the sentence.
What do you mean?
What is his commitment to his wife and to his children?
To cherish her, to love her, to love his kids, to make sure that to have a partner, make sure that they have parnasa. And
is that really his responsibility?
That's a very big responsibility.
Mamash?
You're not
to go hunt for food for them. It.
No, seriously, this is part of the thing. The man always in his mind. That's the way he created. He have to worry about his wife and his kids. It's his own family. That's what he built. That's the way that Kadosh Baruch Hu built him.
Okay.
It's a built-in kind of thing. It's not that we can't take it out from us.
We can't take that part apart.
No, that's it. And it's a wonderful, but it's a wonderful thing.
I agree.
It's a wonderful thing. I think that, but there is a way to do it. In the Torah, in the Gemara, many times it said that we're learning that a man have to worry about his wife much more than to worry about himself. To love her much more than he care about himself, or love himself, have to love his wife, have to give her more. So we always, my wife and I, we have the wonderful thing. I don't know if I said last time. You want to be a king, make her a queen.
Right.
So I don't remember if we mentioned it last time or not, but this is important things. Meaning, you need to think about them first, and you're the last.
A lot of men don't do it that way. A lot of men do not do it that way.
But equally, the women have to do the same thing.
You're right. She doesn't. A lot of women don't do it that way.
We said before,
I could say myself as well.
Like we said before, all the house will come first, the kids coming first, the wife come first, and the men always the last. It's many men.
So true.
They have complaints. They've been forgetting.
Wait a minute. So then, okay. Now I have a question. We'll talk about Hanukkah in a second. So if the women,
Hanukkah thing, no?
Wait. But I'm sorry. I have to say this. If the women then really tend to put the kids first and the husband last, then who do the men tend to put first and then the woman after that? What is that first? It's not the kids. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't see a lot of men saying, I'm going to take care of my kids more than I take care of my wife. What do they put in front of the wife if they don't take care of the wife as their priority?
It's not true. He put the wife and the kids first. He always worry about them. You go to work.
No, there are a lot of men that don't. I think they take care more about themselves many times than they do.
No, listen. In the general thing, that's what a man is supposed to do.
Okay.
What a man, if we go to the extreme, on both sides, if a man worry about himself, he's first of all selfish, and he doesn't do what he need to do. He bought a family for what? Just to put a picture on the wall, so I have a wife and kids. It doesn't work like that. Remember, Shlomo HaMelech Alav Shalom said, Tov Shem Mishem Tov, meaning your good name is much worth for many oil, for many money that you will have in the world. Your name is your legacy. Who is your legacy? Is your wife, is your kids. That's your legacy. That's your flowers. That's your fruits for the future. The way that they see them, that's what inflects you, meaning who you are. So if you don't invest on them, so what you did is nothing.
I see. Okay. So, but you don't think that men tend to be a little bit more like selfish on their own, and as opposed to women who.
Why do you think the women are selfish for themselves? Wait, no, excuse me. You know, why always the man is
Because I
selfish?
feel like they take care of their kids before. You're right. A lot of times we take care of our kids and we will come to the defense of our kids before we come to the defense of our husbands. And so at least we think of somebody else but ourselves first. Where men, no, they really think more about themselves before they think about their wife. They don't think about the kids before they think about their wife.
Again, it depends.
You're right.
You know,
I shouldn't put a blanket rule. You're right.
It's not a rule. I'm definitely against it. I don't believe that it's the rule. I think the man is basically it's like he's a predator, he's an animal kind of thing that he need to go and to bring the hunt, whatever he hunt outside, and he bring the side, he bring it back home, and who he give it to? He give it to his family, to his own wife and his own kids. That's
So
basically.
you're saying it has to be his
That's
priority.
what now. If the extreme again, the husband go worry about himself. That's something. So something is wrong over here.
He
So
worries about money a lot. Can I
Well-
tell you, men, I don't speak a lot to men, but when I do, or over here,
Always,
men
it's
are
always
own their
worry
top
about
priority.
money,
You know what?
money.
Here, I got my answer. The top priority of men is not his kids and his wife in the sense of he wants money.
Money is mitzias. You know what's mitziot? Mitziut. I'm sorry. Mitziut means reality. This is life. You know, listen. You owe 25 cents. You go to a bus. You go to take you go on a bus. The driver will tell you, please go down. You're missing a quarter.
Right.
Can't go take a ride.
Money is everything.
Unfortunately, no, it's not everything. It's that thing.
Uh-huh.
It can give you convenient. It can give you a good life.
But he's
etc.
so busy trying to make money
So
that he forgets
why?
his wife and
Because
his kids sometimes.
because I tell you why. Because sometimes a man is influenced by other men, by the society,
Oh.
and what he want to appear in front of the others.
So that's
So he
kavod.
walk his
Kavod
100%,
Masliach.
100%. He have to work his hard even 3 times, 4 times the amount to achieve something that he really can't even get to it. And if he got it, it's really not supposed to be for him because he can't afford it.
Right.
And it will be in a case of what? Then he come home tired. He doesn't have patience.
I do. I
But
feel that.
this is true.
Not from you necessarily. But I'm
but-
saying
no,
I
I'm
feel
saying
that
general.
from women
But
that I
this is
speak
true.
to them
But
a lot.
why?
Also.
Because the men want to be. But again, but why? Question is why he look like
Why
that?
does he want all that
Because
money
if he
though?
would
What
got
for?
love enough from his wife,
No.
attention and care, and she will make him always big. Meaning,
No matter
she
how
will-
much money he brings,
doesn't
in
make
other
them
words.
matter what he bring home. That's the bottom line. Whatever he does, she always will be next to him.
Uh-huh.
She will be Ezer Kenegdo. She'll be Ezer Kenegdo. She will be his helper and can be Negdo to rebuke him as needed. But she will be his helper to help him.
But then he
And-
has to be a vessel to want to receive that love.
I
You know, a
understand.
lot of
I-
men reject that love. A lot of men reject that love
I
because
under-
they don't feel happy with themselves unless
אבל
they get
אישה
that
אישה
money.
חכמה. אישה חכמה is a wise woman. The women
No.
are wise. She can take the man and she can put him around his finger, around her finger if she wants. She can do whatever she in the back door. She can bring anything that you want. You did it. You wanted to be religious, and you did it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't
I
believe that I
cried
was
to
going to be
Rabbi
religious.
Meir Balanes
You
for
cry.
18
I didn't
days.
believe that I would be religious. I would have a kippah. I would have hat on my head. I would see who thought about it. And you see how? Because you were smart. You did it in a nice way. You did it in a
I
very
cried.
you cry a lot, but you did it in a very, very, very smart way.
You came
didn't
home
come and
every
attack me.
day. Every day you came home and you said, "What are these candles for?"
Every day I'm coming, I see candles. I said, well, it probably is a romantic night I have. I thought every night I'm waiting for something interesting, and I'm nothing. I just see lights. I see candles on above the TV. I said, what the hell? You know, I thought that something special I will have. Sparks will come up. I have nothing. So I didn't.
All right, talk. Oh, sparks
Oh,
here. Now,
okay, here we
we
go,
have
yeah.
to finish off by talking about Hanukkah. To talk. I'm laughing all. Okay, that's you know what we want these avenors to be real time and to really they make
It's not
us
censored,
laugh.
by the way. This we
It's
say.
completely not censored. We don't press pause once, and we don't rehearse this. Okay, talk about Hanukkah. So, what is the deal with the men lighting the Hanukkah?
Hanukkah, it's a miracle Chag.
Right.
It's the idea of a few people against the majority, meaning we are the one that go with Hashem against the entire world. That's what Hanukkah is, to show the little bit of light, to show to light the entire darkness in the world.
Right.
That's what
So
Hanukkah
why
is.
is the men have that? What do you? Why do you think the men is like that?
The man is mitzuvim, not likner shel
Why?
Hanukkah.
Because what? They need to bring the light. What?
because they are the base, they're the core of the house, basically.
They're the core of
The man, it's starting from them, the house, and everything else is around them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
They're the strength of the house.
That's the mitzvah. The biggest mitzvah is by them to do it. And the woman, of course, will continue on. And maybe there's the different things.
You know, it's very interesting. I just thought about that. Look, the man lights the candles, and the woman sits by the candles for half an hour.
Waiting for years.
Isn't that interesting? I never thought about that. That's like the joint shalom that happens between the man and the woman. He does it, and she continues. That's mamash chochma and bina.
Not like that. We spoke about last time. You know, there is men, there's in Chassidut different, but actually they go to the mikveh before
Wow.
changing the clothing, put a special clothing.
If it wasn't for your nituach, I'd ask for you to do that.
That's what doesn't make you more tzaddik, that you go to the mikveh,
no,
whatever.
but there is something very special.
The idea that you have to be in a different spiritually mode to go and light the candles and to know that you bring basically Yeshua to the world. That's the idea behind it. I think
maybe you just want to wash off the fat you get from the sufganiyot and the latkes.
The latkes and all the donuts that we eat. I
don't know if you go into the bakery here, your eyes, you gain weight just from looking at all this stuff.
No, the problem over here with the donuts, you're starting a month and a half before because it's a pre-Chanukah. In Chanukah, we're just finishing it. But we're starting a month and a half before with the donuts.
Oh boy.
So Baruch Hashem.
All right, so that's it. So here we are. We're in Hanukkah, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we're praying, right? We pray.
We just want to mention one thing that my wife did not say. Make sure that in the last day of Hanukkah, you're going to tell them.
No, you tell them.
You're going to make a small pitka, a note. Write your wishes that you want for the next year that will come. Shalom Aleichem. And write and Be'ezrat Hashem, the next Chanukah that you open and put it underneath the menorah, put it back in the box, in wherever, or in the closet, wherever you want, store it away. And next year you will see Be'ezrat Hashem, the miracles will happen and it will exist. We actually had it, and Baruch Hashem, and I'm pretty
almost
sure
everything, right?
What are the wishing list that we had happened. Actually, it's amazing.
So I'll explain it to very briefly. So the way we did it was that basically on Zot Chanukah, after we finished lighting all the Chanukah, we finished. Both my husband, each one of us took like a little notey, and we wrote down like a first of all, thank you to Hashem for this beautiful Chanukah, that we had the zchut to be able to celebrate this beautiful Chanukah. And then we wrote Be'ezrat Hashem b'shana haba, God willing, next year celebrating Hanukkah. We hope that by next year celebrating Hanukkah, we'll have the zchut to have. And then we just basically made our lists. And I have to say, a lot of them, and we actually said we should have the zchut to see miracles in. And we started writing down, right? And then of course we always made sure that one of them is going to be B'shana haba b'Yerushalayim habnuya, that we asked for the Geula and the Shechina Hakdosha, and right, it was really. And when we opened up our box this year, it was amazing. We were smiling.
I think we had 5 things that we asked for. 4 of them.
4.5.
100%.
4.5
was accepted. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, we're missing another half thing.
We're missing another half, God willing.
We'll
write it again this year. So
try it.
But also,
there's nothing to lose.
Right. But I think that what was very unique was that every single night, at least I felt, I was able to. It was really hard because I felt like I wanted to be pulled away from the menorah. But what I felt is it's 18 minutes. It's okay. I'm going to be done in 3 minutes. In 3 seconds. What I think was really important is that we should take the time, and we really are pulled away from the chair. We have a million excuses to get out of that chair and not, sit there and watch these beautiful candles flickering in the dark. But I think it's really important that we sit there and we meditate in front of those candles, and we allow the light of the miracle, the miraculous light, the Ora Ganuz, the hidden light from the days of creation, to come into our eyes and cleanse our eyes, warm our eyes, soften our eyes, so we can see Hashem in front of us always. And I think that's also, it's the accumulative effect of all the 8 days, that by the time you get to that Zot Chanukah, you've actually written down what you've also experienced in your own eyes, every single day sitting in front of the menorah. Be'ezrat Hashem should be Chag Chanukah Sameach.
And make sure to show love and care to your husbands.
And to your wives.
And make sure 100%.
And to your wives.
Of course. Make sure, because then it will definitely will pay for you.
God willing, let's really work on our Shalom Bait.
That's
Work
it.
on our Shalom Bait. Bezrat Hashem.
Chanukah Sameach.
Chanukah Sameach to everyone. Miracles of miracles. Nisei Nisim.
I'm sorry it was too long.
Yes, it was long, but they enjoyed it. Here, we got to 20 minutes. Okay, now we're really done.